guys, what's up? It's EricTube101 here, coming at you guys today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about easy switch organizations or corporations, as I like to call them, aka basically political organizations, liberal corporations, pretty much. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. So when you think about liberal or any sort of political corporation, immediately Google, Gillette, Nike, and Chick-fil-A will come to your mind. So we're just going to be deep diving into a few of these corporations here that have huge political names and huge political biases, and see if it's a good or bad thing to be having them. Now, I want to deep dive into Nike first because I feel like I was most affected by Nike's political views, and many people are along with me. I've spent thousands of dollars with Nike, at least over $1,000. I mean, I've owned probably a good 20 pairs of Nikes throughout my life, or not my life, but the past few years. Sold some, kept. Now I currently have like 16, just off the top of my head, but. Anyway, so you get the picture. I've spent over $1,000 with the Nike. But Nike basically has come out and publicly stated that they have kids in China make their shoes. They hate America and Americans. They especially hate conservatives. It's completely disgusting. It's not even really a political view. They just are such a bad company. So yeah, I've officially made the switch from Nike, and now I've just bought my first pair of Vans. They're very comfortable, by the way. I got the upgraded comfort support style. There's like a few different there's a few different styles of Vans that come with like an extra cushioning or comfort that's a little bit more expensive, but it's like the really comfortable shoe, and I would recommend it. There's also Converse, which is really popular. There's Adidas, Under Armour, etc., etc., etc. Nike is not the only company that can make shoes. Nike isn't even the only basketball company that can make shoes. Chuck Taylor's and Converse are a really popular basketball shoe. You got Jordans are really popular. Under Armour's, you got your Currys and stuff like that. So they're not even the only company that can make basketball shoes. But yet, they want to come out and say, and publicly state, hey, we're a bad organization, don't buy from us. And it's just like, okay, I guess, if you don't want my money anymore. It just seems like a stupid business decision for me. Now, I want to get into something else as well. There's some businesses that can do whatever they please because it's not going to affect them at all, because nothing in this world could affect them as a corporation, or at least in the current state of time, unless if something major changes throughout their timeline and they stop being a good corporation. Now we're getting into Disney and Chick-fil-A on both sides of the aisle. Chick-fil-A has something that no other fast food chain in America can offer. Great service, great quality food, and those basically two things nobody else can offer. You go to places like Dairy Queen, you might get good service, but it's not really the best. And let's look at your good chicken places. Wendy's, maybe. But no one really competes with Chick-fil-A. If you see Chick-fil-A's main competitors, Popeyes and KFC, KFC is super overpriced for what they're actually serving, and service is alright. Popeyes is dying as a corporation, I feel like. I don't know, I feel like they just have less hype than they did before Chick-fil-A really blew up. But yeah, Popeyes isn't really that good in my opinion. And Chick-fil-A, just statistically speaking, is outdoing KFC and Popeyes really. they have more headlines made about them. But yeah, so Chick-fil-A is in a position to where they're not going to fail because of their political position, and nobody's going to switch where they eat at because of their political position, because Chick-fil-A is just that good at the game that it doesn't matter. Disney is not that good. They're recycling all of their ideas. You know, this year you got so many part 2s and recycled movies coming out. You know, you had Dumbo, The Lion King, Aladdin. There's so many recycled movies this year, it's ridiculous. The third movie that has Spider-Man in it just came out this past week. Because they just bought Marvel, so they're like, ooh, let's Spider-Man. Just they keep on hitting the refresh button. There's no originality going on at Disney. But here's where you get into like your Jewish elites type of thing. They own all of Hollywood. No like lower production movies are going to make it into the movie theater. So if you want to go see a movie, you have to support Disney. Because they basically own a monopoly on the movie theaters because they bought everything in America. They bought ESPN, I believe, or SportsCenter. They bought Marvel. They basically bought every single superhero besides Batman and Superman, if you don't know the difference between Marvel and DC. They literally bought everything, and then they're just hitting the refresh button, like I said, on every other company's biggest blow-ups. There's nothing creative with Disney going on, but they own a monopoly on movies. So unless if you're actually looking for low-budget movies, you absolutely have to support Disney. Unless if you just never want to watch a movie again, which is unlikely. Most people enjoy their movies, but if you do enjoy movies, you have to support Disney. You don't have a choice because they own a monopoly. So Disney isn't really a good corporation either. They've done a lot of shady stuff in their history as a corporation. I'm not going to deep dive into all that right now. But yeah, they basically just own a monopoly on the movie theaters, so you have to support Disney no matter what, or you could just never watch a movie again in your life, or you could strictly watch low production movies, which nobody wants to do. So that's your options with Disney. So Disney can say whatever they want to, do whatever they want to. It's not going to affect them. Disney isn't going anywhere because they bought out the entire industry and now they own a monopoly. So that's with Disney. But going back to the changeable organizations, I want to talk about Google for a minute. Now, if you guys don't know, Google was recently under pressure by the United States government for trying to swing and portray politics in a certain way. They're trying to swing the 2020 election. This was publicly stated by Google. Well, they denied it, but it publicly came out by their whistleblowers and by emails within the corporation. It was leaked. So they were interviewed by Senator Ted Cruz and Dan Crenshaw both. It was made major headlines. That's really bad for the corporation. And see, what Google doesn't realize, at least with the search engine, which is the only thing they're really trying to change for the election. Of course, they're trying to take Alex Jones, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, PewDiePie off of YouTube. They're trying to make all those people irrelevant. PewDiePie merch while I'm saying that. But yeah, they're trying to make conservative creators on YouTube irrelevant, which is a whole another story again for another day. But just search engine wise, there's DuckDuckGo, which is a lot of people have been using. I haven't had any experience with that, so I'm not going to review it. But I've heard a lot of people like it, so I would go ahead and recommend, installing that. But I've recently made the switch over to Bing. And Bing is honestly such a great search engine. Alrighty guys, so right now we're on the home page of Bing. And if you just scroll down, you can see all the newest news articles from many different sites. And it's not just political news or anything. You got real barrel writing, stock market. Oh, sorry, I got a little bit of a text there. But you also got Near Me, news, restaurants, movies, fun, images, videos, gas, and math helper. So what I find really interesting is the gas. You can get gas prices near you. And then also math helper. So you can actually take a picture of an equation and then go ahead and get it, and then you can type it. Type a math problem, 2 plus 2, and that brings you to the answer. And this has obviously have more complicated stuff. You can draw a problem, and also you got your notes with your history and everything, and trying these problems as well. So there's also a photo option to where, like I said, you can do text math for a math problem. You can do text to have it translated for you. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and find a picture of some text. So, in a case where you're in bed and reading Donald J. Trump's Crippled America, but you don't speak English, or you only speak Russian because you're a Russian bot, you can basically flip to any page. And then I got this upside down, actually. The actual book is upside down. But you can flip to basically any page you want. Go ahead and take a picture of it. Translate it into Russian, of course. Get that sounded out for you.
Президент Crippled America должен восстановить наше традиционно прочное партнерство. Мы были там для Израиля и будем оставаться там для Израиля, потому что это одна стабильная демократия в этом регионе. Это.
That's really epic.
Президент.
But yeah, I can do like math problems, and then QR codes, 360 as well, which I find really cool. And then you can also earn Microsoft Rewards points. As you can see, I have about 1,200. You just go to rewards, and then you can do daily sets, and then take quizzes, do little things. But yeah, so that's a pretty cool part. And then you just hit the B button to go back. And yeah, now you're back on the main page. So it's a lot better than Google, in my personal opinion, and I would highly recommend downloading it. So let's talk about Gillette. Gillette is in big trouble because one, Dollar Shave Club has been sponsoring creators, has been on the blow up recently. They've been doing really well as a corporation. They've been taking profits and stock straight from Gillette. They said, give me your profits on shavers, Gillette. Dollar Shave Club is doing tremendous as a company because they don't care about politics, Other than that, people can get electric razors. Electric razors are doing a lot better. And so Gillette has so many competitions uprising. And what do? They show a transgender woman shaving for the first time, as if that relates to the vast majority of their audience. They say, "Oh, white man bad, as if that's a good marketing play for a shaving company that markets to white men. So yeah, Gillette's just doing some strange decisions as a corporation. Because when you see your opposers like this, and you're up here, but like people are kind of nabbing at you a little bit, you would think that you kind of like try to fight back, maybe back off. But Gillette's trying to go down here to meet their opposers at face level. Let me tell you something, Gillette. These people are a little bit stronger than you are currently. So meeting them at face level so they can easier nap you is not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Dollar Shave Club will overtake Gillette within the next 5 years. Now let's talk about Xbox. Now, Microsoft, the parent company to Xbox, doesn't care about politics because they can lose Xbox and still be a multi-billion-dollar corporation. But Xbox themselves has said publicly that they want to censor speech in the name of SJW politics and not offending anybody. Let me tell you something, Xbox. It's easy to make the switch to PS4. There's more deals, more exclusives. They don't censor the First Amendment, and they sell worldwide. Xbox just depends on mainly conservative male Americans. That's Xbox's main audience. Because Xbox does not sell worldwide. They do to a certain extent, but PS4 way outdoes them like overseas. So Xbox has to worry about the conservatives, males in America if they want to continue as a corporation. They're already saying that they're going to take out the disc tray so they can get 100% of their sales. They're going to limit the First Amendment in their next console. And PS5 is just like, okay. So Sony's just sitting back laughing like, okay, Xbox. Like, geez. If you want to make it that easy for us, go right on ahead. Nintendo's laughing. Nintendo's like, okay, great. I mean, they already clowned around in June when they tried to do that whole rainbow stuff. It's just ridiculous, man. You know, PC gaming is becoming more and more popular. The PC master race. But PlayStation is becoming the most popular choice for console because people know that PlayStation, even though they're not inherently an American company, they sell worldwide and they don't need the American buyers. Just speaking in general facts here, they support the Constitution. They support freedom of speech. I've never had my freedom of speech censored on PS4. I've had it censored numerous times on Xbox. If you guys don't know, by the way, Xbox will basically send you messages if you offend anybody saying, you can't talk for the next 2 weeks because you said, oh my god, and that offended an 8-year-old Christian. And so, now you're not going to be able to talk on our platform for 2 weeks. Hope you enjoy your time off. PlayStation's like, so what, you were offended. Just tell him to kill himself back or something, you know? That's just the gamer world. You know, we're very, very vocally violent people. Our gamers are. Nintendo Switch is going to be drawing in profits. The next console that Nintendo releases in like a year or two is going to draw in profits. Sony will draw in profits. PCs draw profits from Xbox. So, Xbox is in a world of trouble because they already lost the overseas purchases to Sony. Now they're going to lose the conservative purchase from Sony. Bruh. Liberals and SJWs hate gamers anyways, Xbox. You really think that you're going to survive as a corporation just selling to them? Oh my goodness. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what it is. Subscribe. You know, I just found out by looking at my analytics, guys, that over 60% of my viewers are not subscribed. It's kind of insane to me. So make sure you go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below and share this video if you believe that political corporations are generally not a good thing unless if you already have a monopoly and are incapable of failing, then you can talk about politics. Or if you believe that I'm totally wrong and pushing the SJW agenda and saying that you hate 50% of Americans, if that's a good move, corporation-wise. Yeah, guys, let me know about that down in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!